anyone who's a mechanic knows the struggle of trying to find a flashlight that you can use and have both hands free to work. And over the years, I've gone through a number of these cheap Energizer, these 3 AA batteries, and usually they have a red light, 2 white. Like I said, I've gone through many of them. More recently, I've gotten into buying these incredibly high-powered, same Energizer. They cost a little bit more money. These, you used to be able to find them around Christmas for like 2 for, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks or whatever. I didn't see deals like that this year at Christmas. These more recently, I like just because they're so much brighter. And this is my latest. This is not cheap, but it doesn't use batteries. It has a built-in USB charging battery through a port underneath that plug right there. And it is really nice for the different lights that it has. And then it has a light that will absolutely burn your eyes out. Different levels. However, sometimes when you're doing chores, you want a hat on. These can get in the way, they can slip, whatever. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. Usually you can find them at Lowe's, but it's the powercap. I've always liked them. I've had a number of them. They have these little LED lights underneath the brim. And there's a button right there. They turn on. The LEDs are not the brightest. They are not nearly as bright as that, but I've found them to be very good for, let's say you're walking around in a dark yard, I don't know, carrying firewood or something like that after dark. They will work for that. The batteries don't always last that long because there's just 4 little watch cells inside of this case, and that bump can sometimes feel a little weird, especially if you bang your head on it. And I found they don't stay on your head if you get to stick your head like underneath the dashboard or an instrument panel. They'll immediately fall off as soon as you turn your head upside down. But they work. They're never that bright. They don't give a good task light the way that those do. These, I crawl underneath instrument panels and bellies of aircraft and everywhere else. I've worked many hours in the dark on aircraft, engines, whatever, and these give perfect light. They don't get in the way with my hands. I can use both hands and just aim my head as I need, walk around. They're great for that. And then I found this one that kind of is the best, I think. It's the latest one I found at Lowe's. I'm sure you can get it online, different places. The 3.0 is nice in that the battery is not integrated anywhere into the brim, so there's no bump anywhere. Instead, they have this slot. And that slot has this neat little light, which is tiny. It recharges by a USB right there. They even provide the little cable because it's a B type. They don't make them in a C yet. And long press, and that gives an incredible light. It is almost equivalent to one of those two. Better than that one. Almost equivalent to one of those. Nice large area. Has 3 levels. And it just slips right there under the brim. You could wear it without the light in place or with the light in place, and people won't really notice it. I've had people notice sometimes, hey, what are those things under your hat? I've had less people notice it with this, even though I think that shows up a little more, but it is incredibly useful, and it has become the hat that I wear all the time. And just wanted to bring it out there. I know there's many more different types of lights, but I'm the type of person that won't spend the money if it's not necessary, and I found that these each have a use, but this one right here, I can have it on all the time, and I won't look goofy like I'm wearing one of them all the time, because people will react and say, what did you get the light on for? And some people think they're funny looking. I don't care. They're useful, and this right here meets the best of both worlds. So the powercap, this is the 3.0. This was the 2.0. I never saw a 1.0. I'm guessing it must have had like a AA or AAA battery, something integrated into the brim. I don't even know that they sell those anymore. But I think the 3.0, that's the hat to go with. And it is an 80 lumen light. It's supposed to run for 4 hours. And it is IPX4. You can see right there. So it gives you a nice amount of light, and it's water. It's covered from most rain and stuff anyways, just because it's under the brim. But I've been wearing these for a while now, and it works great. PowerCap 3.0.